right. Whoa, immediately, bro. I need that Spas 12, my boy. I'm not gonna lie. Bitch ass nigga bastard. Get him out of here, bro. Oh my god, I'm so cool. If you've seen my playthrough of Payne and Lynch, and if you haven't, go and get you right, bro, okay? Before you watch this. But TLDR, I hate both of the games with a biblical passion. But that's not to say it does not have its moments, right? I always say the pure action and gameplay of Payne and Lynch, dog days only, are the highlights. Even the art direction. But anything else? The story? Well, you're better off pretending it's not happening. The very frequent lowlights of this game is it reminding you that it unfortunately has a story. But hey, the action, art styles, great. If I could isolate those positives, I would. But what if I told you, right, there was a game that has the positives of a Payne and Lynch, and with a nice side dish of Max Payne crack on top. We open up to two events occurring seemingly simultaneously. A cop dragged into a dark alleyway by some mysterious men, and somewhere else, two women, a mother and her daughter, are kidnapped again by another set of mysterious men. During the scuffle, an image falls out showing our main character's face in full view, in arms with one of the women. Before though we can speculate some more, we cut to the police officer once more, unfortunately at his wit's end, as he stares down the gun.
Curious about your missing cop? Send one man to Kowloon Square. Find the Golden Rabbit. One man, 1 hour.
In the chief's office in the Hong Kong department, Chief Lee has just received a ransom call in reference to one of his officers going missing. The ransomers give him a location to meet them to supposedly exchange the missing cop for some monetary contribution. Of course, Chief Lee is not really buying this, and so does the rest of his subordinates. He wants to send an entire SWAT team at them, but our protagonist butts in.
You're sending in a whole SWAT team.
No, you are not.
You're not giving orders either, Tequila.
Hold on, bro. You gotta run that by me again.
No, you are not.
You're not giving orders either, Tequila.
This his name is Tequila. This his name is I'm sorry, bro. That's strike one. Cause no. Why do I feel like I just walked into the Vanilla Unicorn? Why does my guy here have a stripper name? My boy, can you do tricks on the pole? So you know, I'm not calling this Tequila throughout the game. I feel like I should be preparing my singles just hearing that damn name. Anyways, T here volunteers himself, as in his own words, this is the only lead on that missing cop they have, and they don't want to spook it and risk it disappearing. Also, have you wondered how a culturally accurate Hong Kong dialect sounds? Let's give it a listen.
One guy'd be crazy to go in there.
Dog. Cat. Hammer.
Now, I've never been to Hong Kong, but I also think they sound like 2010 toy. I'm never gonna repeat that joke. F that joke. What about tequila? I mean T.
Don't send anyone, Captain. They just get in my way.
Nah, a bit too western for me, I reckon. Anyway, as Mr. T heads over to tutorial land, let's very properly set the scene of what the hell is going on. As mentioned prior, T here is a veteran Hong Kong police officer, though it is a life that he did not want to choose. You see, T had met and fell in love with a girl going by Billy Wong. There was just one slight tiny problem. She is a mob boss's daughter. Oh! Somebody! Could not have picked a worse choice as a police officer. Could not have picked a worse choice as a police officer. A story as old as time, so you already know how it went. Their father found out about Billy's relationship with T, and of course was plotting on him. T though was also plotting with Billy, as they were planning to run away to the United States of America. Not only for them to share their love with each other, but with the now baby on the way. You gotta applaud this man for real, you know? Man is dating the mob boss's daughter, shot the club up as well, as a police officer no less. Oh my day. They arranged a date to follow through with their plan, but very foreseeable circumstances occur. It ends with Tequila face down, bleeding on the airport pavement. That was 18 years ago to the date. Currently, Mr. T has no idea now where his previous lover and now potentially 18-year-old daughter could be. But as we saw from the intro, wherever they may be, one thing is for sure, they're currently in mortal danger. A fact that stares T in the face as that lead he follows from the phone call he got at the station turns out to be somewhat of a hoax, as the officer's body was long cold. Teak is discussing how to move forward with Chief Lee, but a genius criminal with the most easily identifiable outerwear decides to test his luck, shooting at a cop obviously, but he of course misses, and being that we're cops, we've gotta follow him, which has us end up in some swanky bar.
You're the only one who does.
Who is that? Dog, who is you? Show us your face real quick, Shan.
How come he's still not dead?
We ran out of shooters. Why don't you go down and try?
Young,
What race is this nigga, bro? This nigga, he sounds black, looks black, then has like the most Nordic eyes ever. What's going on? A cacophony. And he got the Ellen DeGeneres cut too. What's going on? Where, unfortunately for the criminals that is, are currently holding an illicit business deal. And listen, you know, the deal's already tense as is. You feel me? The motherfuckers here clearly don't like each other. And with that, for some reason, one of the guys who's conducting the very illicit business deal says this to calm the situation.
Be cool. We got heat at the bar.
You brought a cop to our deal?
Yeah, that was rather stupid. Oh, can't say I didn't see it coming. And of course, the whole club goes into tomfoolery. Oh God. Well, we're gonna have to take care of this. That's my boy, JK. What the fuck? He's just standing here like it's a damn wedding reception. Hell! Bro, you gotta stop being a bitch. You feel me? Like, you join the criminal underworld and then you can't not just not realize you're not built like that in the middle of a gunfight. I gotta go upstairs, bro. This cramped as hell. I know y'all saw that, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. What the fuck is going on, Casper? Alright, I gotta go downstairs. I gotta go downstairs. Spider-Man. Oh, no, I can do that. I gotta go get some help. I gotta go. Damn, sorry, my boy.
I'm coming for that ass, boy.
What the fucking
only one of us is getting out of here alive, cop.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be me, bro. Hey,
You're all now.
nice. Oh my god, I'm so good at this game. Yo, get off! Yakitwa! You're cheating! Get upstairs! Where's Corn Fine?
Hello.
Shit! Shit, no gun! Oh, yo, chill. Nah, he cannot be this deep, my boy. I almost got him out. Oh, he's dead. I got him. With all that being finished, we talked to Chief Lee, and this session is not important at all. It is literally just going to some random fishing village that has a drug cooking thing going on, and they're just meant to destroy their whole drug cooking infrastructure. This part also gave me violent nausea for the first time in my life while playing a video game. So if you have motion sickness, do yourself a favor, get the GOG version of the game, because I'd hazard a guess that it's the FOV that's the issue here, because it's so fucking close. You're in this man's forehead like for the entirety of this game. So since this session is more of a nothing burger, I might as well just cover my bases before we hitch back to the story.
It ain't nothing like a fistful of cash or...
Gameplay is very fun. It's better than Kane and Lynch when my man's head is not absolutely blocking the shit out of my shots. They should have just added a first-person perspective here. You know, would have been absolutely invaluable. Because you can imagine having that POV and then the game itself limiting the ADS as one of your special features that takes valuable gauge from the ring here. Pretty much meaning that you lack conventional aim down sights features here. And when you couple that with an annoying POV and man's fat ass big ass, large ass head being in the way whenever you want to take a shot, it gets kind of annoying. So special ability, there is a ring you've been seeing to the side of the HUD. That pretty much shows where all 4 possible special abilities are held. You fill up the ring by killing the stylishly, which in turn activates select special abilities. The ADS, or Sniper Elite Bullet Time, I'ma just call it that because that's what it literally is one of the abilities and is the only way you can aim down sights. And each time you shoot once, it plays that Sniper Elite-esque cutscene, even if you miss, by the way. So you can imagine, as your only way to ADS, and it costs meter, and it plays this drawn-ass cutscene, even when you miss, it's not particularly efficient. And considering this is like the first ability you get at the tutorial section, the novelty of watching the same cutscene with 0 change begins to wear off. I can't fathom a good reason for why they just locked us to hip fire. I can't imagine an aim down sight mechanic would have cost too much of the budget, but whatever. Regardless, there's also something very cool though in this game called Showdown. Basically, it's the rail shooter sections of this game that are fun. For like the first few levels, and then the mouse takes a nice steamy shit midway. I don't know why, but it's like each time you take a shot at an enemy, kill them, and then switch to another enemy like behind you or like to the sides, wherever, the crosshair should still be on screen so that you kind of know where your last position is, right? But here, for some reason, I don't know, it's so disorienting because each time you switch to like an enemy, this nigga does some stupid dumb kung fu moves.
That's gotta be racist.
Completely unnecessary, by the way. And your crosshair just momentarily disappears just like that. And it's so disorienting. Especially when the game decides to spawn literally a thumb's length from your bloody face. Hey, this island section kind of sucks though, not gonna lie. I know, shocking. Maybe the dry heaving in my trash bin was a reason, but but I also think the design of this island just feels strange. Take a look at the concept art real quick. Now, before start getting smart in the comment talking about some the actual level based on the concept art and concept art itself rarely are a one-to-one comparable. Shut up! The point I'm trying to make here is that foundationally they share similarities, but I feel like this level really underutilizes the source material. At best, this level is like a couple floating houses, a couple boats, that's it. Of course, that is part of the grit of Tai-O, but Tai-O is also much more than just a couple floating houses, and it would have been really cool to see that represented within the game. I mean, it even has some cool landmarks. We could have gone there in the game. I mean, shit. And I think the concept art kind of had that in mind. They wanted to do more with this island, but I guess just ended up not doing that, as the level just kind of devolved into go here, destroy this, go here, destroy this, and it made me nauseous. So okay, I think that is most of my bases covered, so let's go on and hitch back onto the story. Right, remember the mob leader dude who nearly clapped this at the airport? Well, we're now on his boat, because I guess mans was just a stone throw away from the Tai-O drug island. Okay, also the double age oh shit, sorry, I meant the definitely legit policeman, forgotten his name. Jerry makes an appearance on the boat in a very menacing way, by the way. But don't worry, he assures us that he's just playing undercover cop. And with that, Jerry directs us into the mob leader's office, and the long overdue reunion between Tequila and James Wong begins. And TLDR, two peoples, Zakharov and Yonggi, and their respective goons, have taken Tequila's girl, the mob boss's daughter, captive in Chicago, where she had been living with Tequila's daughter. They've taken them both as a bargaining chip so as to barter with the mob boss so that he may give them his piece of Hong Kong. Of course, Tequila is shocked, as all this time his girl has been in Chicago with his daughter, and he chooses the smartest choice in this situation. So basically, Mr. Jimmy here is sending us to save Tequila's girl and his daughter. And basically, the next section is wave gameplay. You know, akin to your COD Zombies, Left 4 Dead, you know? And unironically, this was like the most fun I had in this game. Especially after 2 levels of absolute diarrhea that are absolutely there strictly for padding, and I will stand on all 10s. Specifically because of how out of the blue like the core gameplay loop just changes within them, which feels almost indicative perspective of them just not knowing how to get to the next story beat. I mean, you could cut all these bullshit levels out completely. Literally just edit in a scenario of Teak planning to meet with the mob boss. Possibly this could involve infiltrating a certain event that's happening that he's gonna be in attendance. Of course, we're gonna have to blend in as a veteran cop is gonna kind of stick out. And so maybe we could even add a nice little, you know, stealth section. Yes, I know, I'm recommending stealth. That's how much I hate this Ty-O sections. You're making me recommend a gameplay choice that in any other game I would want to punch my balls off. You could have us finally meet with the boss, talk with the boss, but his oppositions have hired assassins to mark him. And now we gotta protect this motherfucker and get him out of there. And I think that dynamic would have been cool. It would have definitely had us in a better location, and most of all, it would have been fun, because this is a video game, please. It's obviously a spitball, right? But I think if we sat down and fleshed it out, it would have been fire and would have beat just going boat to boat planting bombs. Hello? Anyways, yes, I did have a lot of fun in this level. There was even a nice cool jazzy band in one of the sections. I enjoyed myself, and it was indeed relevant as the culmination of this level has us take out one of the main goons of the main bad guys. But to be honest, he wasn't that hard at all. I was Mr. Walking Down throughout. That's most of the bosses here though. They're not that hard or that interesting though. Well, what can you do? Well, you can make them good, I don't know. In Chicago, the main bodies, Youngji, God, my man's just got the Homo habilis cranium. Homo habilis here and the other main body, Damon, and his underling, Vladimir, are also in attendance. They have captive Billy Wong and her daughter, but no worries. Teak is already on the scene, pulling up with Jerry. You know Jerry, the police officer, our partner, who's going undercover as one of the mob boss's minions. But don't worry, his loyalty still stays with the police department.
Wong wants me to keep him in the loop. I'm still undercover. I gotta keep him thinking I'm his guy.
Long as you know the difference.
As he's just said, he's just playing the part, nothing more. No! Do you see that smile? Oh, man. It's a madness, bro. This man might not see his daughter. Looks like the writers here are taking a page out of the Time Hollow playbook and writing the character's changes with the subtlety of shit-stained white drawers. Now, Teak was already seen on the security cameras. You'd think a veteran cop would be a lot more inconspicuous. Oh, sorry, two veteran cops. My bad. But I guess not. And afterwards, it's pretty much just a tower climb. Not to the main bodies, but to the last underling, that being Zakharov's brother, Vlad. The twist of this level is that it is covered with lasers. So what do I do? Do I need to... Oh, I need to just jump. And you're pretty much meant to maneuver past them while the enemies are laying pressure on you. It's pretty cool until the game decides to soft lock you if you don't follow the predetermined route of the boss. So in this main apartment section, you keep chipping at the boss's health here. He'll move spots, triggering lasers to go off and on. So there's a spot right that's on screen which is tied to the boss, meaning he has to be physically there so that he can trigger a specific event that makes him go outside, which of course turns the lasers off at this door right here, which will then allow you to progress with him. This loop will continue until the underling reaches a door to the main office where he will go in and you can follow him, leading to the next phase. But I didn't follow him, right? I somehow was managing to nick bro from like the other side of the map, ultimately leading him to the final state that I mentioned at the door, which leads to the next phase. But the lasers are still functioning and you can move to the specific trigger point still until the place where the boss is needed, which, you guessed it, pretty much renders this as a complete hard lock. Now listen, I'm not asking for no immersive sim type mechanics giving you a million ways to do one thing, but maybe, just maybe, when the boss enters the room for the second phase, just turn off the lasers. I was searching this up and I seem to be like one of the only people who went into this, so I don't know. Anyways though, you can imagine after 20 minutes of being hard locked and having to deal with this game's amazing checkpoint system, I wasn't the mood for an even harder 8 second phase boss fight. Love it, very funny. F off, man, this game's so shit. Skill issue? Maybe. But if you type that in the comment section,
You banned, nigga!
I don't think I can properly judge this boss fight fairly with the tomfoolery that occurred before it, so I'm just gonna leave it. Anyways, Damon and Young have moved Tequila's girl and the daughter to the Chicago Museum. Oh my god. Because I guess a secret hideout just made too much sense and they like very public areas easily accessible to anybody. They're negotiating the transportation of the captive pairs to Hong Kong to barter the deal with the mob boss. But a conflict of course occurs. Teague though shows up and starts tearing shit up. My game just crashed. This game crashes a lot too. So hopefully if you do intend to play this game, may it not crash on you, especially in an important part. As for me, it definitely didn't crash on me in a very important section.
I just black out, snap out, watch man tap out.
Skip the museum part, blah 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 blah. And at the end of this level is Vlad, who is holding baby girl captive, and it seems Homo habilis here has already done a runner with our daughter. So obviously we gotta kill this motherfucker. What is going on? It's okay though, I was very calm. Fuck off this stupid ass game. Okay, maybe I wasn't calm in that moment, right? But I was very ready to hop back in and show Vlad just who has the bigger dick. Now I have to do this shit again. Cause it was so much fun. Fuck this game, bro. I'm done. I don't have to play this anymore.
We got a rage quit.
Damn, I'll just skip to when we've killed them. Oh, you ugly bitch. And with that, we have our first reunion with baby girl. But oh my god, the definitely undercover cop with no vested interest character avails himself. Hello guys, this is post-editing. It's me. It's 12 on a Saturday night. So you know I definitely get hosed. I'm just editing this section right here that you're seeing right now. I've just realized this, right? This man comes shooting, right? Did you notice that? I'm gonna play one more time. Right, let's go slow motion. We can see Mans is about to shoot, right? Bow, bow, bow. And let's look here at how everybody's aligned, right? I'm sorry if my computer is absolutely being loud as hell. Look at the amount of tabs I have open here, you know what I'm saying? Shout out MF Doom, you know what I'm saying? Best album ever made. But anyway, let's look at everybody's orientation here, right? Notice specifically where Billy Wong is. Billy is very much absolutely behind Tequila. Tequila is very much right in front of her. Having to hit her would mean having to hit Tequila. Let's see how she gets hit. Right? Let's take a look. She gets shot. Look at this. Look at where the blood sputter is coming from. Yo, my man is clearly blocked. This game's a joke, bro. And that is the very anticlimactic end of Baby Girl. And I guess we gotta take our revenge. Babes, keep it together.
I'm dying.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Nah, my B, bro. There's still an enemy within the premises. We might need to attend to that, I reckon. He's been very kind, giving us this much time to grieve. Very kind, look. Gave us enough time to cry. Jerry, you f***ing diabetic piece of shit. Look at his face. Tell me a nigga isn't diabetic with a puffy ass face like that.
One of us is gonna die, and it ain't me.
Alright, bro.
You're all tapped out now.
That's kinda gay, low-key. I'm a bird. Stealing my moves. Oh nah, bro. You're a fan. You're a fan. You're fanned out, little bro. You're fanned out, little bro. I see what's happening here. You're fanned out. You're mad that Chief Lee picked the realest nigga out here to do the saving. This is why you're mad. He picked the realest nigga and you're mad about that. Let's end this escalation. This man never had a trigger discipline, bro. You're gonna have to eat this dick, bro. What the fuck? Bro, you're about to die though, so goodbye. And we do take care of him, and we do subsequently see that he dropped his cell phone. And in it, we see this.
Let me now describe what will happen if you choose to oppose me. I have names of cops, politicians, and your legal business fronts, all tied to Dragonclaw. If, however, you move against us, Your daughter, Billy, will name those cops and politicians in a court of law and send you away. She'll do it to keep me from killing Tico. But none of it needs to happen if you just step down and give us Hong Kong. Your stranglehold has lasted far too long.
It seems that the mob boss viewed his daughter and granddaughter, Tequila's wife and daughter, as nothing more than a ball and chain, so he wanted them erased by Mr. Tom Brady here. Of course, that didn't go too well for Tom Brady here, so we now pretend to be Tom Brady as he messages us asking us whether the job is done. We play the part and he specifically informs us that the girl is of necessity to him and that she should be brought to him directly. Oh, you son of a bitch! It's over. It's over. With this newfound information, we decide to go back to Hong Kong and talk to Young-ji, trying to find common ground regarding Tequila's daughter.
I want my daughter.
Young here says Tequila's daughter is a wild card and is using her as a bargaining chip in exchange for Hong Kong. Tequila tells him it's a trap because, as we've seen, he's very willing to kill his own daughter to shut her up. So what's really stopping him from extending that same courtesy to his granddaughter and Young himself? And with that, the two collude, planning to draw out James Wong at Young's old stomping grounds to set a trap for him. And so we set ourselves up the next day to appropriately take care of James Wong. Mashallah, mashallah. Can I read these characters? No, I can't. Let's go. Ah, damn. We need to call. Oh shit, hold on. You fucking imbecile. I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Tequila, if you fuck this up, I'm closing the game. Don't fuck this up, you fucking imbecile. He fucked it up again. What the fuck? This is also another thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know whether I talk about it during editing, but this motherfucker does not jump. Look, I'm pressing space. You heard how many times I pressed space before that motherfucker reacted. Dickhead. Help! Why did you run away? Stop! Oh my god, stop! These guys are fashion. Oh, 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 oh! 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 Oh, your n***s didn't stand that. Oh, damn!
What's all that movement back there?
Damn, he's throwing that motherfucker. Hold on. Throw that motherfucker one more time. Damn! Yo, this rain effect is fucked, bro. It's fucking up my FPS, bro. Hi. Ooh, ugly ass. You deserve a bullet for that, bro. You can't be out here looking like that, bro. Bro, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't even see, bro. Never mind, I can see bro's ugly ass face. Okay, let's just pretend I didn't see that. We maneuver through the slums and eventually eavesdrop on the meeting, though it seems we're a little late. The meeting goes ahead, and as they're ultimately finalizing the exchange of the girl, Teak shows up. Of course, this scares the shit out of James Wong, cause thought we were dead, and so he holds the girl hostage. There's a little standoff that happens, but ultimately Young-ji gets clapped. Oh no, I guess. And James Wong manages to run away with his granddaughter as Tequila quickly follows behind. Can I ask you a question? My man clearly wanted to erase his loose ends. One of them he's already erased, being his daughter. So let me ask you, if he had no problem killing his daughter, why would he feel any different with his granddaughter? He clearly does not give a shit.
I need to see the girl first.
So you can blow her brains out in an ancient and honorable manner?
Honor sometimes requires that bad blood be drained.
What? There's nothing in the story or in the manual here that tells me that he takes a liking to his granddaughter, so we just needed a way to progress the plot. Cause I mean, he had the steal at a dome piece, bro. He could have clapped her right there and then. And as a bonus, one of his annoyances has been taken care of, and all he needs to do is just escape. Of course, the killer would be like, oh my god, I need revenge. But this man is like politically locked in. Man is in bed with several powerful people. He could easily make this disappear, but it'll make too much sense. And with that, the last stand takes place at Wong's estate, which is again another underutilized area, at least the outside. My god, you could have borrowed more from the concept art, please. But hey, at least we got to fight a plane, right? Oh, looks like the game's frozen once again. And when I mean frozen, I mean completely locked down my computer. I could barely alt-tab. I couldn't even sign out. I literally had to do a hard reset here. And you clearly saw I defeated the buzzard or whatever. So I'd hope the game would have registered that as a checkpoint. But, okay, come on. Absolutely not. Let's go. Yeah. Of course it didn't. Alright, I don't care anymore. I'm skipping to the boss fight. You already know what Billy Wong is on, right? Serpentry thing. He's over here telling sweet nothings to Teeks, talking about, oh, if Tequila takes himself and his daughter out of Hong Kong for good, he will change his ways. In his own words, there's been too much bloodshed and he would like to atone for it and buy back his peace. Of course, this is utter bullshit, as literally after that, his men just start surrounding us and he shoots at his own granddaughter. So much for too much bloodshed, eh? Let's end this game, please. I wouldn't say this section was epic. It wasn't. You can expect here literally a million being thrown at you at a cartoonish degree, even in the rail shooter section, because hey, that's difficulty. You can also expect your special ability, precision zoom, just not working at all. Also, double bosses. Let's go. But you know, I managed to kill one of them. Big K is resilient. And eventually, it is just down to Tequila and James Wong. Looking it out, one-on-one, only a few interactions are left for us to finally avenge our baby girl.
Soon your daughter will die like this.
And the game's over. Now everyone can go home, especially me. Hell. But pretty much all that was left was a cutscene of Tequila and his daughter reuniting, and of course somehow her bullet wound has just magically healed because she's Wolverine, I guess. And then Chief Lee comes through and is like, oh, you're a good police officer, take badge, and then close. I hate this game. I think the Crush's problem is pretty self-explanatory here, but my god, what a painfully average story. Like, I get, when it comes to action games, most of the time the story is serviceable, you know? The action is really what's keeping you there, right? But when this game's idea of scaling difficulty as you go through the levels being, hey, let's throw a million at once at the same time as you're having this tight-ass POV, no ADS, and half of your special abilities are just gimmick action movie bullshit, I get annoyed. I mean, the game's not even funny. I get bored because there are no characters here, by the way, no characters. Don't even try and fool me here. No one here is likable. Tequila, especially to me, is just a character that has read 2 books ever in his life. One book being a funny joke book of 90s and 2000s action star quotes, and the other one being a badass quote book of 90s and 2000s action hero quotes, and he alternates between these 2 books as his dialogue.
I told you not to go in alone.
I didn't. Brought my true friends.
Let me guess. It's time to go.
Enough killing.
I'm just getting started.
And I am also simultaneously annoyed because spawning in my ass. Previously described POV issues. Previously described gimmick special abilities. Combat gets repetitive halfway through the game. It's like, I'm gonna say this, alright? And you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to take me seriously here. This shit is worse than Kane and Lynch 1. I am 100% not joking. At least I felt invested, you know, with the characters there. That game has potential. Of course, the studio did not execute at all on it, but they have a well to draw from. Here, I don't know which well they're drawing from, and if they did, they most definitely did a hack job of it. I mean, the movie this game is based on is, you know, a hit, so clearly they must have f***ed up somewhere. Or more accurately is, there's a difference between making a movie and making a game. If you're this thirsty to play a cop in Hong Kong, there's already a game that is leaps and bounds over this one. Please, do yourself the courtesy. Please, this motherfucker goes as low as £2, please. Now, I was very curious to find out why this game just has a feeling of being rushed and having very underutilized sections. Well, it turns out Midway was absolutely hemorrhaging money at that point in time, and they thought the best thing to do was to put aside $40 million, quite literally putting all your ducks in one basket on one game. What? The game even sold decently, but once again, when you have a $40 million budget, you're gonna struggle to break even. And if such a good decision as investing $40 million into one game wasn't enough, they decided, hey, let's drop on September 2007. What else was dropping just a week before?
Is this nigga serious?
So I'ma just direct y'all to Matt McMuscle's videos. He did a what happened on this game, so go check that out. I think he'll probably put stuff in a far more elegant way than I could, especially with the bullshit this game's put me through. And if you have experience with this game or just think I'm wrong, please comment below and let's talk about it. As for me, I'm tired of talking shit about games, bro. I'm gonna be real. It's been 3 months since I played something exceptional on the channel. And you know what's even worse? I have to edit this video. Next video will be a banger, trust me lad. So get subbed up, like the video, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys, bro. Get the f*** out of my house, bro. I'm not in the mood.